Here we are with the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Micromaster Hot Rod Patrol. So we got Trip Up and, well, they call him Daddy-O or Autobot Daddy-O, but for those of us familiar with the G1 Micromasters, this is Big Daddy. Here they are in their Hot Rod modes. Pretty nice detailing. I think Daddy-O or Big Daddy looks particularly good with the flame deco, and the both of them have engines. Here they are with their wave mates, the Battle Patrol Micromasters. Here they are with a G1 Micromaster, a Rector. For transformation, they're pretty simple. They share a basic scheme. I'll start with Big Daddy. You just flip up the legs like that, separate them. The hood section here is tabbed into these side sections, so you sort of have to maneuver it out, then flip it down like that, and then just untab the arms from the side, and there you go. And Trip Up's basically the same. Just flip over the legs, separate them, untab the hood, flip it down, and there you go. In their robot mode, they're pretty simple. They're a lot like the construction of Swindler and Blackjack from the earlier waves. So they've got these kind of big shoulder pylons, which get in the way a little bit when they move their arms to the side. It looks kind of dumb, but you can move his arm forward, hips, ball joint, full range movement at the knee, and waist joint. And Trip Up's basically the exact same, waist joint, knee, ball joints at the hip, although just the way his thighs are shaped, it's squared off, so when you move his thighs forward, it kind of clashes with the chest, which is a little annoying. And then arms are also on a ball joint, same thing. The one problem I have with Trip Up is he's actually pretty difficult to get standing, just because, and I have no idea why they designed it this way. You see, like, where his heel would, they just decided to curve it down. And, like, it's so small that that's not really at all necessary for transformation. Like, even if it went all the way up, he still has plenty of clearance to get his heels past that section there. So it's like, I don't know why they did that, and it really makes the figure a pain to stand up. You kind of have to like bend him forward at the waist a little bit, which is again hard because of his, his hips clashing with the chest. But yeah, it's kind of irritating. And then he's got all this stuff on the back too that it doesn't really help. One change I did actually make to the figures is they had this little plastic bit right here that basically prevented these from going any further than that, and I just cut that off because it wasn't necessary, and I think that it's a little bit cleaner to have the backpacks be able to compress a little bit more like that. Not a big deal, just took a few seconds to use an X-Acto knife, but oh my gosh. And here they are again with Bomb Shock and Growl. Come on. Stay standing up. I mean, I guess it's appropriate since his name is Trip Up, but still irritating. So yeah, basically the same size, average Micromaster size. G1 Erector, so a little bit taller, but about the same. Oops. Okay, and last but not least, well, maybe least actually, these guys, like all the other Micromasters in Earthrise and Siege, can combine. So to do that, you just flip up this handle and then flip the hood back. I can't remember which one of them is supposed to go on top. But basically you just do that on both of them, and then, I mean, it could go either way really, but whichever one you want on top or on bottom, I guess you flip on top. Yeah. You flip the waist around and then you plug in the other one to the other one's chest, and there you go. So you can do it that way, or you can rotate them both around and do it that way. Yes, that's how it works. I think I prefer the configuration with Big Daddy on top, but really however you want to do it. And then you can bring in any of your siege figures, or really just anyone with the right millimeter connection, and they can hold it as a weapon. Then, as always, you can take your blast effect parts and then plug them into the ports at the bottom of their feet. So you can have that going on. Woo! But yeah, I mean, pretty good guys overall, I'd say. Of all the Micromasters, whoops, side swipe, took a tumble. Of the Micromasters we've had so far, they're not my favorite, just because the Swindler design with the big shoulders has never been my favorite of these new Micromasters, but overall pretty good. The only major gripe I have is the whole heel thing with Trip Up. I think that maybe I can fix that by just taking some sort of like epoxy super glue and just like adding a couple dabs down there just to like build that back up, but I don't know, something with a shot. But there we go. That's the review for Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise, Hot Rod Patrol, Trip Up, and Daddy-O.